New DC Multiverse Crime Syndicate figure revealed from McFarlane Toys. NECA shows off a new Dungeons and Dragons San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set. Hasbro does selfie figures and a Haslab Star Wars lightsaber. All that and more in today's video. So let's jump right into it. Hey all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a busy Wednesday afternoon news edition. So we've got a lot to cover today, and let's start off with some news from McFarlane Toys. So first of all, just today they announced that they are going to be doing action figures, 7-inch scale action figures for the new Warhammer 40k Darktide video game. So this is a video game that's supposed to be coming out later this year, I believe in September. It'll be out for Microsoft Windows and Xbox. It is based, obviously, on the Warhammer universe. So I'm not super familiar with the game. I don't know what any of the characters or anything look like. But again, McFarlane Toys has announced that they are going to be doing figures from this game series. So it's a continuation of their Warhammer line, but again, based on this new video game. And then yesterday, McFarlane Toys released this preview image for their second DC Multiverse Crime Syndicate figure, which is being released as a Target store exclusive. So the first figure in this line was the Superman, and that one is currently still available for pre-order and has already seen release. And then this is the second figure. So there's 4 figures in this wave. Each figure is going to come with a Starro Build-A-Piece. So once you have all 4 figures in the wave, you'll be able to complete that larger Starro creature. So we don't yet know what the other 2 figures in the wave are going to be. And just like we saw last year with the Batman Beyond wave, they are stringing out the release of these figures. So they'll be released over the course of the year. Now the pre-order on this one, which is the Earth 3 Lois Lane, better known as Superwoman, is essentially this universe's version of Wonder Woman, an evil version of Wonder Woman, even though technically this is Lois Lane. But this is the second figure in this Crime Syndicate wave, and it should be going up for pre-order soon. I don't know exactly when. Maybe as soon as tomorrow, I guess. It's possible. But when those details become available, I'll be sure to let you guys know. NECA Toys has revealed a couple of more of their San Diego Comic-Con exclusives for this year, or Comic-Con exclusives. We still don't know exactly how or when, where these will be made available. But on Monday, I told you about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set that they revealed. And since then, we have gotten the reveal for their Ultimates Gremlins figure, the Wedding Greta figure. So we'd seen some previews for this one, but now we know it's going to be released as a Comic-Con exclusive. And then the second reveal since Monday, which I guess makes it the third reveal. They're doing reveals each day this week for these San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. So today's reveal is actually a 4-inch scale Dungeons and Dragons retro figure pack. So these are based on the original D&D figures that were put out back, I think it was in the 80s. These have minimal articulation. NECA's basically now throwing their hat into this 4-inch retro style, minimal articulated type action figures arena. We've been seeing a lot of companies, McFarlane, Hasbro, Mezco, Super 7, all doing these types of figures. They're cheaper, they have nostalgia, all of that. So again, this set, Dungeons and Dragons with the 4 figures. And again, no details on how any of these Comic-Con exclusives are going to be actually released, whether you have to actually go to San Diego, whether they'll be available in the NECA store or at either like Walmart or Target. Again, hopefully those details will be coming soon by, I'm hoping by the end of the week. Super 7 has revealed a few new Power Ranger items. So first of all, we've got this set of reaction figures for the Megazord and Dragonzord in black and gold colors. This set is going to be offered at this year's official Power Morphin Con convention, which will be taking place in August 26th through the 28th. So you will have to be an attendee of the convention in order to get these. If there are any available afterwards, they will make them available online. But again, that's only if they don't sell out through the, all of these at the actual convention. So if you're going, this might be something that you want to check out. Super 7 has also shown off another one of their Super Cyborg figures, again for Power Rangers, another Dragonzord, and this version is the clear version. And this one is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. Playmates Toy surprised us this week by revealing new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 2-packs. Now these 2 packs are kind of strange, not something I don't think any of us were expecting. Last year they kind of surprised us with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Cobra Kai, the Netflix Cobra Kai series. But this year it looks like it's Turtles versus Street Fighter. So there's going to be a total of 4 sets that are offered, split up into 2 waves. So we've got some initial images for the 2 sets in the first wave, which are going to be Ryu versus Leonardo and Chun-Li versus Michelangelo. So these are 6-inch scale figures. So if you've been wanting some 6-inch Street Fighter figures, fairly affordable ones, then these might be ones that you're going to want to check out. Now, these are going to be made available later this year. They are not yet currently available for pre-order. My guess is these will probably show up in the US first at Walmart. That's how these usually go. But eventually, I think they'll be available everywhere. But then the second 2 sets will be Guile versus Raphael and Ken versus Donatello. Now, we've not seen any images for those 2 sets yet. But again, if you're into 6-inch figures, Street Fighter, if you wanted some Street Fighter figures to go up against your Marvel Legends, these might work pretty well. But again, look for these later this year from Playmates Toys. For you Storm Collectible fans, we've got a new preview image of their upcoming 1/12 scale Mortal Kombat Liu Kang figure, which comes with that dragon accessory, which you could call a figure itself. So I remember seeing this on display a couple years ago at some of the shows, New York Comic Con, an unpainted prototype. But this is our first preview image. So more images should be coming soon, and I expect this figure to be going up for pre-order soon. Now for you Transformer fans, yesterday going up for pre-order at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth are several new Studio Series sets from Hasbro. So we've got a new deluxe Sideways figure, as well as RC. And then we have a deluxe Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie, Galvatron, a Voyager class Galvatron, and then finally a Voyager class Thundercracker. So, from the more recent Bumblebee movie. So again, all of these are up for pre-order now. Now switching over to Marvel, so starting off with Hot Toys, we got the official images for that Multiverse of Madness Scarlet Witch figure. So they had teased this one previously. It is now available for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store. The cost of it's going to be about $335. So a fairly hefty price tag there, like usual with Hot Toys. It's supposed to be out in 2023, so you're going to have a while before it's actually released. There is a regular version of this figure, and then there is a deluxe figure, and again, both versions are available for pre-order now. And with the deluxe figure, you're going to get 5 pairs of hands, 2 magic effect pieces, a dream-walking special or spell effect piece, the Darkhold, 2 hair parts, a candle diorama, and a figure stand. So, and the price I gave you was for the deluxe figure. And as I said, both versions are available for pre-order now at places like Big Bad Toy Store. The Marvel Legends Morph figure, the X-Men animated series Morph figure, went up for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse website. It is a Pulse exclusive. The cost of it is going to be $28. It is still currently available. Last time I checked. The figure has, it looks like is using that Vulcan body, and you get 2 head sculpts and multiple pairs of hands. Hasbro said the straps on the legs are no longer movable, like with, say, the Cyclops figure, where whenever you move the legs, the straps would slide down to the bottom of the legs. So that should no longer be an issue with this figure. And as I said, it is available for pre-order on the Pulse website now. Threezero has released official images for their Infinity Saga Iron Man Mark III figures. So we'd seen a preview image for this, I think it was last week. This figure is available for pre-order now at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. The figure stands a little bit over 6 inches tall, probably closer to 7 inches tall. You get 5 pairs of hands, 2 arm missiles, 4 blast effects, and a figure stand. So if you're into Iron Man figures, this is one that you might want to check out. And again, it is available for pre-order now. And then Mezco today opened up pre-orders for their 112 Collective Deluxe Green Goblin figures. So we had seen some preview images for this one previously. It is chocked with quite a few accessories, and the price on it is going to be about $112. It is available for pre-order now at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And included with the figure, you get the Goblin glider, of course, which has hinged wings. You're going to get glider thruster effect pieces, a glider hover effect piece, a goblin mask. You get multiple heads, including an unmasked Osborne head. You get a flaming pumpkin bomb. You get a smoking pumpkin bomb. You get a thrown pumpkin effect. You get a sparkle blast effect that he shoots out of his finger. You get throwing bats. You get a ghost bomb, a frog bomb. I'm not sure what that's based on. I don't remember ever seeing that in the comics. And then you also, like always with Mezco figures, you get a flight/figure stand. So as I said, this figure is available for pre-order now and will be out sometime next year. Now, before we get into Star Wars today, and the Star Wars Celebration Convention is kicking off today and will be going throughout the weekend. But last night on the Hasbro Pulse website, I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think one of the web developers of the site screwed up and made what is normally referred to as developer pages, which are something where, the developer, the person who, is designing the site, can test things out and such, but it's not supposed to be something that's visible to the general public. But last night something happened, and those pages became visible to the general public. And of course, people caught wind of it and they saw stuff on there that was, somewhat interesting, and they started passing it around the internet. So the first thing, the most interesting thing I would say, is what looks to be some type of Selfie 6-inch action figure line that Hasbro is at least toying around with. Now, one thing I want to note here is, being these were, on this developer section of the site, this might be something that is not actually planned. It might be just something they were fooling around with, concept wise or what have you. But, it should be taken with, very much noted that we have no specific details on what these are. And even if it is something that Hasbro is planning to do, we don't really know how they're going to be offered. Now, the way they were listed on the website, they were listed almost like, some type of general release. There was even some indications of some store exclusives, Walgreens and Best Buy. But again, that might just have been as the developers were toying around with the layout of a page or something. But what these figures appear to be, and they had figures for all their various 6-inch brands, including Power Rangers, G.I. Joe Classified, Ghostbusters, Marvel Legends, Star Wars Black Series. So all of their main, 6-inch collector lines, there were figures shown for these. And what it looks like is they've just taken existing bodies, and then the idea behind it is, I guess they somehow do some type of digital scan of your face, and then they essentially make a head sculpt of you that you can then put on the action figure. So you can have your head on a Snake Eyes figure, a G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes figure, or an Iron Man figure from Marvel Legends, or there was a Spider-Man figure, there was, Star Wars figures, Power Rangers, and what have you. So that seemed to be the idea behind it. Now, these figures were listed with $60 price tags, so they definitely had a hefty price tag to them. And, again, whether this is something that Hasbro is really planning on doing in some way or form, I really can't tell you. I don't know how you could conceivably do like a mass-produced action figure line, incorporating, individual people's likenesses on a head sculpt. I could see maybe if they did this, offered something at conventions where you could go into their booth and they could scan you and then do out on a digital printer or something, a head sculpt that looks like you, and stick it on the figure and sell it to you. I could see them doing something like that, but I really don't know. Even selling online, I'm not entirely sure how they would do that. But so like I said, I would take these with a grain of salt. A lot of people are passing these around. A lot of people are like acting like this is definitely something that's happening. And I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying, because of how this leaked out and stuff, we really don't have any specific information on these. And I would, until, whether it's something you're excited about or something you think is totally stupid, before you get jacked up or pissed off, whatever, I would wait and see what Hasbro actually ends up saying about this, if they ever mention it at all. Because if it's something that's not planned, then they'll probably never mention it publicly ever again. Now, jumping over to Star Wars, so another thing that was discovered when these developer pages became accessible to everybody is what appeared to be the next Star Wars Haslab campaign. Now, this is for an FX lightsaber, specifically based on the third sister from the upcoming Obi-Wan series, her lightsaber, which is a double-bladed type lightsaber. Now, again, I won't sit here and tell you 100% that this is going to be the next Haslab campaign. It might just have been something, again, that they were just playing around with on the website from a design standpoint. But I would say almost definitely this FX lightsaber is something that will be coming, whether it's through Haslab or a general retail release like most of the other FX lightsabers have done. But again, whether it's actually Haslab or not, I really don't know. But again, the price on this was listed as $500, which is pretty hefty. But if you think about it, most of the regular single-bladed lightsabers, FX lightsabers, the more recent ones are selling for about $280. And being this is essentially a double-bladed lightsaber, it's you're essentially buying two lightsabers as one. So that's probably where they've got the $500 price from. And being that is a fairly high price, that is something I could see possibly scaring off any real retail interest for, which maybe is why they are taking this to Haslab, if this in fact does end up being the next Star Wars Haslab. Now, according to what was on the website, this was going to require a minimum of 5,000 backers. It was going to be going live starting this Friday, and no tiers were listed or anything. But again, assuming this is an actual Haslab project, that may just not have been added or what have you. So if this is real, if this is going to be the next Haslab, being that this week is Star Wars Celebration, which Hasbro is attending, then my guess is we will get the official details here fairly soon, especially since indications were that it was going to be going live this coming Friday. So, but again, like I said, I wouldn't take it 100%. This one seems more likely to me than the Selfie stuff. But even this, like I said, it just could be something that where some designer was fooling around with and it's not actually going to be a Haslab. So, like I said, when more details become available, if they become available, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Now, something Hasbro did officially announce, and what they have labeled as a Star Wars Celebration exclusive, but I use that term loosely, being that this figure is actually not going to be available until December. So essentially, people attending the Celebration convention this weekend are going to get first pre-order cracks at this figure. And it is a Jon Favreau Paz Vizsla, his character from the Clone Wars series. They're doing an action figure for him. Now, we can see here, this is basically just the heavy gunner figure. And then it looks like they took the Happy Hogan Marvel Legend head sculpt of Jon Favreau and added a goatee to it and stuck it on that heavy gunner figure with some slight paint deco changes. But, this figure is going to cost you $40, and again, it's going to be out this fall. And as I said, folks who are attending the Celebration convention this week will get first crack at pre-orders, but I believe this will end up going up for pre-order probably on Hasbro Pulse or something at a later time for everybody else. On Monday, I told you about the new Micro Galaxy Squadron stuff coming from Jazwares, and I just wanted to shoot a quick update giving you a look at the Imperial Troop Transport, which I don't believe has gone up for pre-order yet. And then also Anakin's Starfighter from the prequel movies is getting the micro treatment as well. And that one is available for pre-order on the Amazon website now. Hot Toys for Star Wars released this image this morning. It's a teaser image saying that they have searched the galaxy for vehicles for your 1/6 clone figures. And with this image, it looks like they are planning on doing a BARC speeder and the all-terrain recon transport, or the little mini ATST as I always called it, from the prequel movies. So no other details at this time on when or how these are going to be available or what the cost is going to be. But again, it looks like they're going to be giving us a couple of vehicles for the Star Wars 1/6 Hot Toys line from the Clone Wars era. We've got a couple of new Lego sets, which are also available for pre-order on the Amazon website. So first of all, we have Obi-Wan Starfighter, a Lego set of Obi-Wan Starfighter, set number 75333. And then from the new Obi-Wan series, we have Lego set 75336, which is the Inquisitor Starship. And this one's going to cost you $99. It's supposed to be out on August 1st. Looks pretty cool, and you get 4 minifigures from the Obi-Wan series with this one. And as I said, this is available for pre-order on the Amazon website now. And then finally from Hasbro, we have had some reveals of both the Black Series and Vintage Collection, along with the Retro Collection of the third sister from the Obi-Wan series. So we are getting, this character is one of the main characters from the Obi-Wan series, and she's getting action figures from Hasbro, again in 6-inch, Vintage Collection 3 3/4 inch, and then the 5 points of articulated retro line as well. So the 6-inch figure will be going up for pre-order tomorrow at pretty much everywhere, including our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Like the video if you're so inclined, and if you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel. You should also hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.